Okay, hello guys. What's going on? Hope you're having a nice Saturday so far. Today I just bought Living Energy on a whim. It's this Precon right here. It's pretty old now. It's from Aether Drift. They launched two of them, and I'm using one of them. It's the Zombie deck, Eternal Night. Yeah, it's really good. Weird story. I got some extra cash because I bought this a second time. I don't need two of them, so I guess my camera can't zoom in on that properly. But that's the dual flip thing, which you store your cards, your decks. Yeah. So, so I traded it out for this instead. Yeah, I had to pay $30 though, but then I got it. So yeah, this video is also sponsored by Urge. Forgot to tell you that. So I know. It's 1.5 liters of Urge. I'm not gonna drink 1.5 liters of Urge on this video, but I need something to drink, so yeah. So I guess that's how it goes. There we go. And yeah, that's the liquid gold right there. Okay, so we're gonna be unboxing this. I'm gonna check it out, and we'll see. It's energy based, so yeah. I haven't really heard much good about this deck, but I guess I wanted to find out for myself. So, and it was the best bang for buck for 600 kroner that was in the store. I didn't want to buy one card though for 600 kroner, but instead I bought this. And this will not dry, so pretty good. I got you unzip it in one go. That's pretty awesome. And here it says this sparked but re-energized. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I have not looked at this deck at all. I haven't seen any command zone of it, and nothing. So it's gonna be fun and exciting to unbox it and see what it's all about. If I can get it out of here, of course. And there is, of course, a collector booster, a sample pack. I'll be unboxing that later. Yeah, see if I got anything of value. Highly doubt it, but and this is the box. So yeah, I can keep my deck in here if I want, which is kind of cool. Right. Okay. I could never understand how these work, but if I press down here, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that's it. And it says Avishkar is a planet full of inventors, and for good reason. It's rich with energy called ether. I guess that's why it's called Aether Drift as well. It says so on the box here. Build out your intricate mechanisms with a steady supply of artifact cards and charge up your ether reserves by casting spells. Once you've accrued enough ether in the form of energy counters, spend it to trigger devastating effects like the Aether Flux Conduit. Okay. Shali's ability creates powerful artifact creatures, copies of your permanents. Cash in on this with big entry trigger cards like Ether Whale to overcharge your energy production. Even artifacts with low mana value, like Soul Ring, can become formidable creatures with Shell making a token copy of. Okay, so there you go. That's a rundown or introduction of the deck itself. So let me just get this unpacked real quick here for you guys. And I have not, as mentioned, been looking at any videos, previews, or reviews of this thing. So I'm gonna experience it. Everything is new here, but Eternal Might was pretty good. I was pretty satisfied with that. I did some upgrades for that, and it was awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the commander. I guess this is she, yeah? Okay. A lot of checks here, so let's get going. Whenever you cast an artificer or artifact spell, you get an energy counter. Okay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 3. When you do create a token, there's a copy of target permanent you control, except it's a 5/5 artifact creature, in addition to its other types, and has haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so yeah, and there's some cool artwork there. Sahili Radiant Creator, it says. Yeah. And then we have the backup commander, I believe it is. It's Pia Nalar, Chief Mechanic. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you get 2 energy counters. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1 or more. Okay, if you do create an XX colorless vehicle artifact token named Nalar Etherjet with flying and crew 2, where X is the amount of energy spent this way. Okay. So, yeah. A bit complicated, but there we go. Gotta use my brain power for that one. So now we're just gonna go through these cards one by one here. This is a cat dragon. Flying haste. When this creature enters, you get 2 energy counters. Then you may pay 1 or more when you do this creature deals that much damage to each other creature. Okay, that's cool. So I can do a lot of damage to a lot of creatures there. Landfall, okay. Whenever land you control enters, you get 2 energy counters. That's good. You may pay 8 energy rather than pay the mana cost for permanent spells you cast. Okay. Okay. So there's lots of new stuff here I haven't encountered before. It's a lot of energy-based stuff. And now I have to do this again. I have to turn off the thing that translates the chat here. I'm from Norway, my friend. Yeah, so. Where are you from? Pima Trailblazer. This elephant warrior has trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy counters. Yeah, that's right. Norway. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. So you're from Norway. Nice. I have to keep it in English though. Sorry. Lots of my viewers are from other countries than Norway. Yeah, I'm from Norway. Yeah, so that's cool. And it also says exhaust, pay 6 counters, or pay 6 energy, put 2 1-1- counters on this creature, then draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. It's nice. Spend a half an hour explaining that card there. Yeah. And here we got something else. It's Rampaging Etherhood. Okay, so, and this one has Trample and Ward. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get an amount of energy counters equal to the creature's power. Then you may pay one or more energy. If you do, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. Okay, so yeah, pretty awesome there. Pretty cool. No, I don't think everybody is in Norway. I think that they're just trolling, I think. Yeah. Adaptive Omni Tool, it's an equipment, and an equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So that's cool. And whenever a equipped creature attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal the artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah. But again, that's a nice city. Been there once. Yeah, really cool. And it rains a lot there, man. Yeah. Etherflux Conduit. Etherflux Conduit, yeah. Whenever you cast a spell, you get an amount of energy equal to the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. Pay 50 energy, draw 7 cards. You may cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. This is looking pretty sweet, I think. Yeah. Can't wait to reveal more of these cards. Etheric Amplifier. Add 1 mana of any color. Choose 1. Activate only as a sorcery. Double the number of each kind of counter on target permanent. Double the number of each kind of counter you have. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And I forgot to mention that I'm actually also have bought counterintelligence, so it will be fun to check that out as well and compare these two decks. Yeah. Stride Hanger Automation. Thopters you control get +1/+1. If one or more artifact tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying are created instead. That's nice. So there's a lot of artifact creation going on there. Chain Reaction deals X damage to each creature where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. That's also quite cool. Board wipe right there. And Chaos Warp. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into there, then reveals the top of card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it into the battlefield. That's also quite nice. Druid of Purification. When this creature enters, starting with you, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment you don't control. Destroy each permanent chosen this way. Lands you control have add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Add 1 mana of any color. So all my lands now can add a mana of any color. That's cool. Duplicant. When this creature enters, you may exile target non-token creature. As long as a card exiled with this creature is a creature card, this creature has the power, toughness, and creature types of the last creature card exiled with it. It's still a shapeshifter. Oh yeah, a shapeshifter. Okay. And this is quite cool. It's Academy Ruins. Put target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library. Yeah, so in case I don't like this deck, I can just use this land on my other deck, which is also quite artifact friendly. Leviathan. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy counters. Pay 8, return all the other creatures to their owner's hands. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh. It's quite nice, I must say. Aethertide Whale. Okay. Flying. When this creature enters, you get 6 energy counters. Pay 4, return this creature to its owner's hand. Okay, so I can just do this and return them. Confiscation Coup. Choose target artifact or creature. You get 4 energy counters. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's mana value. If you do, gain control of it. That's nice. So I can gain control of something. And that is cool. Disallow counter target spell, activate ability of triggered or triggered ability. Yeah. So it's a counter spell. Midnight Clock. I think I bought a special edition of this for one of my other decks actually. But it's cool. It's a mana rock, and you can put an hour counter on it, the artifact, and at the beginning of each upkeep, put a hour counter on this artifact, obviously. And when the 12th hour counter is put on this artifact, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. So it's pretty cool, but you have to sacrifice this afterwards. You exile it. Yeah. One with the machine. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among artifacts control. Okay. So this deck is turning out quite nice, I think. Say, Master Thopterist. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. And sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. That's also quite cool. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control an artifact, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's also quite nice. This one is pretty cool. It's a board wipe, and it costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Yeah. So if your creature has more than 13 toughness, it survives. Combustible Gearhulk. We've seen quite many versions of this now. So when it enters, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards. Then this creature deals damage to the player equal to the total mana value of those milled cards. Really cool indeed. Lightning Runner, double strike case. So whenever this creature attacks, you get 2 energy counters. Then you may pay 8. If you pay, untap all creatures you control. And after this, there's an additional combat phase. When P and Karanala enters, create 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. And you can sacrifice an artifact, and Pian Niran deals 2 damage to any target. I think there's potential for some endless combinations in this deck. Trample, whenever this creature enters or attacks, you get an energy counter for each creature you control. Pay an energy, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Really cool. Landfall, when the land you control enters, you get energy and pay 8 energy, create a 6/6 colorless beast artifact creature token. So a lot of these cards create energy, it seems. Lands you control have create a treasure token. Oh, that's cool. And here we have a beast, Gargaroth. Vigilance, reach, and trample. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, choose one. Yes, you can choose to create a creature, gain 3 life, or draw a card, which is really nice. Aetherworks Marvel. Whenever your permanent control is put into a area, you get an energy. Pay 6. Look at the top 6 cards of the library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Conjurer's Closet. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. So it's a way to reactivate ETB triggers there. Add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, that's cool. And you can create as well. I think I've seen this before. If an artifact or creature entering causes triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Really cool, and I think that card is actually worth a bit of money. Yeah. Untap this artifact, create a 1-1 colorless servo artifact. Sacrifice a servo, create a 1-1 colorless Thopter artifact creature with flying. Sacrifice a Thopter, create a 4-4 colorless construct artifact creature token. Ah, cool. So you can make all sorts of junk with that one. Yeah. And this one is pretty cool. When it enters, you search your library for a basic land card. And when it dies, you draw a card. So it's pretty cool. Triplicate Titan. Okay. Flying, Vigilance, Trample. When this creature dies, create a 3-3 colorless golem artifact creature token with flying. 3-3 colorless golem artifact creature with vigilance. And same one with trample. Nice. And here we have the lands here. Just gonna show them to you. Not gonna say much about them because you probably know the deal with these already. So and right off the bat, I think it's the main commander which is gonna see play if I ever do play this deck. Sorry about the noises in the background there. I don't know what my neighbors are doing. Oh yeah, Treasure Vault. Pretty cool. I know what I'm gonna be doing next when I'm done with this video. I'm gonna lay in the bathtub and watch Command Zone and what they say about this deck. Exile target creature, its controller manifests the top card of their library. That player puts the top card of their library into the battlefield face down. If it's a creature card, it can be turned face up anytime for its mana cost. Okay. Hurricane Signet. It's pretty cool. Lightning Greaves, some cool new artwork on that. Soul Ring. Pretty cool. Command Tower. Nice. Arcane Denial. Counter target spell. Its controller may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of their next upkeep. You draw a card at the beginning of your next upkeep. Okay. That's very nice. Bespoke Battle Wagon. You get to... Okay, tap... Okay. Yeah, crew 4 then. It's nice artwork there, though. Era of Innovation. Whenever an artifact or artificer you control enters, you may pay 1. If you do, you get 2 energy counters. Pay 6, sacrifice this enchantment, draw 3 cards. Nice. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. You get. Okay. When this creature enters, create 2 1-1 colors, top 2 artifact creature tokens with flying. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. That's cool. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, create a 1-1 color as top 2 artifact creature token with flying. That token gains haste until end of turn. So I think this deck is supposed to go wide. I think. Yeah, it seems so. Search the library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. You get 2 energy counters. Yeah. Okay. Search the library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Yeah. When this creature enters, you get an amount of energy counters equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Pay 3, target creature blocks this turn if able. This seems like sort of a shock deck. You just shock your opponents with lots of damage and stuff in one go. When this creature enters, you get 2 energy counters. Pay 1, add 1 mana of any color. So there's lots of cards that grant a lot of energy, and that seems cool. When this creature enters, draw a card and you get 2 energy counters. And here we have a Planeswalker. When you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1-1 color as a serve artifact creature token. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until end of turn. Accepts an artifact in addition to its other types. That's also quite cool. And then we have this one. When this creature enters, you get 3 energy counters. Pay 3, create a 1-1 color as after artifact creature token with flying. Hey. That's an old card though. I've seen that one before. So whenever your creature control enters, you get an energy counter. Yeah. Okay. This one is also quite cool. Solar Transformer. The artifact enters tapped. When this artifact enters, you get 3. Oh, okay. That's cool, kind of cool. When this artifact enters, exile target card from your graveyard. Sacrifice this artifact. Exile each opponent's graveyard. Sacrifice this artifact or card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's a lot of potential to actually gain a lot of energy with this deck. And do shock damage and do all sorts of junk, as I mentioned before. The lands, I'm just showing them to you now. Lots of cool lands in here. Some of the lands enter tap, of course. And we've got 5 islands, 5 mountains, and 6 forests in total here. And these are the tokens. Energy reserve. I don't know why it's the same on both sides. Sort of defeats the point of having a token. If you can't change it out. Golem, that's cool. Thopter. Please don't say I have all different golems in here. Thopter. I do, it seems. Oh well, it's kind of cool anyway, I guess. Yeah, that's the third one. The third type of golem in here. Treasure token. That's nice. Another treasure token. Servo. Oh, it's a beast. Yeah, nice. Servo. Beasts. Construct. Yeah. And beast again. Yeah, kind of cool. Construct. Beast and the ruling cheat sheet there. Okay, that's the deck. Seems cool. I think I need to play it though to actually get a sense for what it does and how it plays out. Let's open this and see what it contains. I've never actually gotten anything useful out of these, but today might be a different scenario altogether. We put that in the Magic the Gathering. Regal Imperiosaur. Other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. That's cool, I guess. And Haunted Hellride. Whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. And that's kind of cool. But I guess I can't play it in this deck because it has black. Oh well. Okay, there it is. That's my opening of Living Energy Ether Drift. Yeah. Please, if you like what you just saw, please consider becoming a member. It really helps the channel and it helps me do more of this junk for you guys and opening boxes and talking about Magic the Gathering and all kinds of junk. Yeah. Thank you to Big Boss and Sam Wall for being members. I really appreciate you both. And other than that, have yourself a nice weekend. Take care. Bye bye.